Hey, welcome in one and all. I'm now going to be reviewing all the Sunday's action of the NHL. There are only 3 games on tap, so therefore this video shouldn't take too long. All right, starting with the outdoor series that the Rangers, Islanders, and I believe the Devils and Flyers are all took place. I did forget to mention that when I talked about the game from yesterday with the Flyers and Devils, but yes, they are doing some little outdoor games in the arenas, which are quite entertaining to say the least. So in the first period, Gustafsson would get the first goal of the game just a minute and a half in, his fifth of the season from Kako and Brodzinski. Brock Nelson would tie the game up, getting his 23rd of the year from Mayfield and Clutterbuck. Bo Horvat would give the Islanders a 2-1 lead, getting his 22nd of the season from Dobson and Palesh. Barzal would get a power play goal for the New York Islanders. 7 minutes and 34 seconds into that frame, his 16th of the year from Brock Nelson and Noah Dobson. So 3-1 in favor of the Islanders after 20 minutes of play. Anders Lee would increase the lead to 4-1, getting his 14th goal of the season from Engvall and Mike Riley. Trocheck would cut the deficit to 4-2 with a power play goal. 5 minutes and 36 seconds into that frame, his 17th of the year from Panarin and Adam Fox. Trocheck would get his second goal of the game, cutting the deficit to 4-3 with a minute and 36 seconds to go. His 18th of the year from Lafreniere and Ryan Lindgren. After 40 minutes of play, the Islanders' lead was slim, 4-3. Romanov would increase the lead to 5-3 just a minute and 53 seconds into that frame, his sixth of the year, assisted by Dobson. Chris Kreider would get a power play goal for the Rangers, cutting the deficit to 5-4, getting his 28th goal of the year from Panarin and Trocheck. Mika Zibanejad would tie the game up, getting his 18th of the year from Fox and Lafreniere, and that goal happened with a minute and 29 seconds in the frame. The game would need overtime to decide a winner, and for some reason on the list that I'm looking at, it's not giving me the option, which is very strange. But the Rangers would be victorious in overtime. 6-5 would be the final score. So with that, the Rangers are still sitting first in that Metropolitan Division with a record of 36-16-3, while the Islanders are still trying to chase for a playoff spot with a record of 22-18-4. All right, the next matchup took place in Pittsburgh, where we had the Penguins playing host against the Los Angeles Kings. Now, this was a pretty special game for the Penguins. They obviously had Jaromir Jagr's number officially retired, which they should have done years ago. But the guy just keeps on playing hockey, so I'm sure he just hasn't had the time. But yeah, a huge standing ovation for Jagr, probably one of the best Pittsburgh Penguins of all time. Obviously, you still have Mario Lemieux, and there's a lot of other players you can mention, but no one was as unique as Jagr, to say the least. All right, in the first period, Sidney Crosby would get a power play goal, getting his 31st goal of the season. Erik Karlsson and Brian Rust, and that goal happened with a minute and 17 seconds remaining on the clock. No scoring in the second. We have to jump ahead all the way to the third period with 6 minutes, 11 seconds to go. Kempe would give the Los Angeles Kings their first goal of the game, his 18th of the year from Doughty and Arvidsson. Speaking of Kempe, he'd also get the game-winning goal with 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go, getting his second goal of the night, assisted by Kopitar with 3 minutes and 10 seconds remaining on the clock. So with the victory, the Kings are still in a first wildcard spot record, are in the first of oh my gosh, they have the first wildcard position there. Wow, with a record of 27, 16, and 10, and with a loss, the Penguins are 24, 21, and 8, and they're kind of crumbling under the pressure this late in the season, and they're still X amount of points back of a playoff berth. So it's looking kind of bleak with each loss and every day that passes by. All right. The last game took place in Colorado, where they played against Arizona. All right, I'm going to get those teams' logos up on the screen, so just bear with me. All right, let's take a look and see how this game went. So in the first, Ross Colt would kick things off for the Avalanche, 4 minutes and 10 seconds into that frame, getting his 12th goal of the season from Wood and Byram. Matt Dumba would tie the game up at 7 minutes and 48 seconds into that frame, his fourth of the season from Kerfoot and McBain. Gross would give the Coyotes a 2-1 lead, his 20th of the season, from Maccelli and Moster. That goal happened with 7 minutes and 40 seconds remaining on the clock. In the second period, Jack Johnson would tie the game up at 2, 5 minutes and 20 seconds into that frame, getting his 3rd goal of the season from Johansson and Parise. Logan Cooley would give the Coyotes a 3-2 lead, getting his 8th of the season, assisted by Maccelli and Matt Dumba. Nathan MacKinnon would tie the game up just under halfway through that period, notching his 33rd goal of the season from Byram and Jack Johnson. I do apologize. So after 40 minutes of play, it was tied at 3. Just a lone goal to report in the third, ended up being the game winner. Devin Tays would get his 10th goal of the season, assisted by Drouin and MacKinnon, and that goal happened with 6 minutes and 35 seconds on the clock. All right, so with the victory, the Avalanche are... Oh, I didn't even write this down. Uh-oh. I'm going to say the Avalanche are 34-18-4, and as for the Arizona Coyotes, I'm going to say they're 23-27-4. Let's take a look and see. So, where are we? The Avalanche are sitting second in that Central Division, 3 points back of the Stars for first, with a record of 34-18-4. And with the loss, the Arizona Coyotes are 23-27-4. They have 50 points. They're currently 10 points out of a playoff spot. So unless they go on a massive 5 or 6 game losing streak and everybody ahead of them goes down, it's looking very scarce for the Coyotes to be buyers at the deadline. All right, that takes care of my whole weekend recap of the NHL. As always, if you're new to this channel and like this type of content, please feel free to hit the sub button. I'd be very grateful and very appreciative. Until next time, take care.